Hey guys, and welcome to part 2 of the Dean448 vlog. Now, in the last part, I actually did say that that there was going to be a second part to this vlog, and it's going to be about the Avengers, Infinity War. Oh my god, guys! To be honest with you, I was actually looking forward to this film when it actually came out. Well, when it was announced, I was actually looking forward to it, and I was keep on thinking inside my own head. I was keep on thinking, will it be actually better than the first Avengers movie? That's what was going through my head. Will it be that, or will it be like Age of Ultron? But to be honest with you, Age of Ultron was good, but it wasn't exactly the best. It wasn't exactly the best Avengers movie. That belonged to the first one at the time. But oh my god, guys, this Avengers movie, I gotta say it, was better than the first Avengers movie. I cannot believe that I actually said that. After watching it with my good friends, with my best friend Charlotte and Shaun, we actually went to see the midnight launching of it. And by the way, you can check out Charlotte's YouTube channel in the description down below. Shaun has one, but he hardly ever uses it. But I will put a link down below to his band, which is actually Science Fiction, so you can go and check them out. They're actually really, really good. Alright, so I would just like to say a thank you to them for letting me tag them along so I can go and see the midnight launching of it. And oh my god, guys, this movie was absolutely spectacular. It was outstanding, and like as I said before, it was better than the first Avengers movie. Now, the first Avengers movie couldn't actually be topped. Like, honest to God, I watched it like a couple of days before the Infinity War was actually released in cinemas. And I always keep on thinking to myself, wow, this is actually a really fantastic movie. And so is Captain America Civil War as well. That was actually a fantastic movie as well. But now when this movie came out, I was like, would please say it's actually gonna top those two movies. That, including Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther as well. It did. It managed to outbeat them. It managed to outbeat them, and actually did. And I was keep on thinking, wow, wow, just wow. So, you probably might have read by the title down below. It's actually All Hail the Mighty Thanos. Yep, because in this movie, spoiler alert to anybody who hasn't even seen it, Thor now has all 6 Infinity Stones. Right. We all saw the other stones as well. We saw the Power Stone, we saw the Space Stone, we saw the Mind Stone, we saw the Reality Stone, and we saw the Time Stone. But there was only one stone left that we did not even see. It was the Soul Stone. We didn't actually see it. So, but the only thing is, right, it did say in the movie, which by the way, they brought back a character which I did not think that he would actually be in exactly the same place where the Soul Stone actually is. Red Skull. They actually brought him back, but it was a different actor. It wasn't the same actor from Captain America: The First Avenger. The reason that they've been because he didn't like wearing prosthetics on his face or something like that. Come on. You're in a big budget movie that's actually going to make $1 billion. Come on. At least you could be in the movie just say, yeah, see that movie? Yeah, I was in that. Made $1 billion. Oh yeah, Oh yeah, and then he comes up, and then the original actor comes along and then just say, yeah, well, I played the first Red Skull in Captain America: The First Avenger. Captain America: The First Avenger. Oh yeah, well, I played the one in Infinity War, that one that made him $1 billion. How much is Captain America: The First Avenger actually made? Didn't actually make him a lot, but still it made over $1 million. But who gives them a shit? I'm in Avengers: Infinity War. Honest to God, and the reviews for this, guys, the reviews for this film are just completely outstanding. Everybody loves this movie. I love it too. Sorry if I spoiled it them a little bit there, but there are loads of fantastic characters that are in this movie. Now, before before it was actually gonna split between two movies. It was announced that at first, like, it's going to be called Avengers: Infinity War Part 1, and then we're going to see a Part 2. But then they decided to actually scrap that idea and say that, no, it's going to be made one whole movie. And then they decided to scrap that again because they realised it was actually going to be too long. So, obviously enough, nobody wants to sit in a cinema like over 4 to 5 hours long, sitting on their arse in the cinema, or even 6 hours. Hell, could you imagine sitting in a cinema that's like a film that's over 6 hours long? God, you couldn't actually do that. To be honest with you guys, as big of a Marvel fan that I am, I couldn't actually sit in the cinema for over 6 hours long just to watch one movie. So then they decided to split back into two parts, but there was only one thing that I had the issue with it. It's the title of the movie. It's called Marvel Avengers: Infinity War, but there's no Part 1 or Part 2. It's, to be honest with you guys, it's kind of missed out on what Harry Potter actually did. You know, with the Deathly Hallows, but the Deathly Hallows was actually one big book, so it had to be split into two parts, and it was called Deathly Hallows Part 1 and Deathly Hallows Part 2. Same thing, same name, but instead it's got Part 1 on it and Part 2, and then you know, like, oh, right, this is Part 1, this is Part 2, obviously no same difference. But with Marvel Avengers Infinity War, there is no Part 1 or Part 2, because it doesn't actually say that in the film. Or on the title of the film as well, it doesn't actually say that. Next one is just an untitled Avengers movie. Yet to see that. But guys, a lot of good stuff was actually put into this movie, and so much was actually put into this movie. Hell, I go as far to say that it was the best. That, in my own opinion, it's the best Marvel film out there yet. It's the best one, right? Because we got a lot to wait for, like, afterwards, until Infinity War Part 2, sorry, the next Avengers movie comes out. Because after that, you've got Ant-Man and the Wasp, and you've got Captain Marvel, which, by the way, there was a reference to that at the end of the movie. Sorry, but to the post-credit scene, end credit scene, is where you see Nick Fury actually sending them a message out, but he manages to get the message out before he disintegrates, and then the symbol of Captain Marvel, like, on her suit, was actually there now. So I was like, I didn't recognise it at first until my friend actually told me that it was actually Captain Marvel, and then I was like, huh, Captain Marvel. Oh yeah, that's actually coming out next year. Damn, I can't wait to actually see that. Oh, and by the way, all hail the mighty Thanos. Yes, like as I said, he's got the Infinity Gauntlet, and he's got all six Infinity Stones. So now he can do anything that he ever wants with that kind of power. With that kind of power, I mean, like, come on. You've got everything as a god on your side. But apparently theories were actually going around saying that they already predicted what the next Avengers movie is actually going to be like. And quite frankly so, they might actually be right. Apparently, from what I've heard, from what I've watched on IGN, they actually did say that that all the people that are actually disintegrated, all the heroes and everything, that was in the movie, they are not actually dead. They are in another world, which is called the Soul World, which is actually inside the Infinity Soul Stone. Well, inside the Soul Stone, that's its own world. But also my friend also said that there could be actually another thing as well. Vision, his conscience could be inside the Mind Stone, so he could actually take control of the Infinity Gauntlet and actually try to break it somehow, but I don't think that that's actually true. Like as I said, in the Avengers Infinity Gauntlet comic, there was another person who actually managed to find Thanos and take the Infinity Gauntlet off him and managed to undo all the wrongs that he did. Guys, I know who that is. It's obvious, isn't it? It's the daughter of Thanos, the robotic daughter. The robotic daughter, right? Obviously enough, it's obviously her. She knows where Thanos actually is. She knows where he's actually gonna go. Get what's left of the Avengers, to come with her, and actually just find him, and then just hit the Infinity Gauntlet off him, and then just undo all the wrongs that he actually did. For instance, Soul Stone, you could bring back all the souls. Time Stone, undo all of the thing that he's done in time. I mean, but I don't know what he could do with the other stones as well. I mean, the Mind Stone, Space Stone, Reality Stone, Power Stone, and Space Stone. I mean, Soul Stone, understandable. You can take souls with it. You can take souls. Time Stone, obviously enough, you can reverse time. But when you combine it with the Infinity Gauntlet, there is no time paradoxes. No nothing. So you can reverse time whenever you feel like it. But other than that, all the characters that are in this movie, like Iron Man, Captain America, Steve Rogers, Black Panther, Spider-Man, which by the way, I love the new Spider-Man suit. I love how it's nano now, instead of being from the comics, but it kind of actually reminds me of the suit. A little bit like it, but not much. From Spider-Man 20, I think it's 2029 or something like that. I think I could be wrong on that, but I think it's 2099 that it has a futuristic side of it. I do know that it's a nano suit that it is. So finally, Tony Stark got an upgrade for that suit, so it's a hell of a lot more better. And plus, getting married to getting engaged to Potts, Miss Potts. Obviously enough, that's actually really good. But now she's going to be called Mrs. Stark now. Also, Black Widow, she changed her hair. Well, the actress actually got her hair dyed blonde. So obviously enough, her hair is actually a different colour and looks more better as well. Also, Scarlet Witch, Vision. There's a lot of other characters in there. But the only character that we have not seen in this movie, it's pretty obvious. Where has he gone to? Is he staying with his family or something like that? Hawkeye. Yep, you never did see him in this movie. Never saw Hawkeye in this movie. And I thought to myself, well, wait a minute. You've got Iron Man, Captain America, the Hulk, Thor, Black Widow. Where's Hawkeye? Where has he gone? I mean, like, I wasn't paying too much attention to, like, him as much. But he's a lovable character. And I do love Hawkeye as well. But where has he actually gone? Is he staying isolated with his wife? Like, staying hidden away so he doesn't actually get disintegrated? I mean, like, yeah, he's got an awful lot to lose. Because he's got a family and kids. I mean, like, that's how I feel like it should have ended, like, in Avengers Age of Ultron. It should have ended on with him dying in that movie rather than Quicksilver. Like, it was like, oh, well, wait a minute, I'm just going to join the Avengers. Yeah, we're just going to make you join the Avengers for, like, about 20 minutes and then just kill you off. You're going to save Hawkeye in the process. So, you're going to be a hero, but only Hawkeye and the family that he's saved will only know that you've saved him and the family. Nobody else will know. So that's that. I mean, like, yeah, we had a lot to lose and everything. So yeah, Doctor Strange was in it, obviously, because he's got the Time Stone. And how this thing is actually came to be. I mean, like as I said, they brought back Red Skull, and the place where he was where the Soul Stone is. Now, sorry to tell you this, guys, but I know that if you have to get the Soul Stone, you obviously have to take a soul. It requires a soul, but the only time that it could ever be required is if somebody who you've loved or who you love, you have to take their soul arm away. And obviously enough, Gamora was the adopted child of Thanos, and obviously enough, I was like, no, don't do that, Thanos, don't do that. But it was required to get the Soul Stone. I will say this, guys, about the way that the characters actually died in this movie. Well, actually get disintegrated. It was actually very upsetting them as well, because it does actually get you here. Because there is so much emotions that go through when you watch this movie. There's happiness, there's excitement, there's like everything in there, but there's also sadness as well. You can actually feel like sadness at the end of the movie, where like the whole characters just disappear, and then you're like, the way that they actually the way that Spider-Man actually disintegrated, and Tony Stark is just holding him in his arms, and then like he's crying and everything, and you're like, oh no, not Tom Holland, not Spider-Man. Oh my god. They could have at least kept him in the next movie. They could have at least done that. And they could have like made, I don't know, I mean like, most people were saying that Iron Man or Captain America was actually going to die, because there was going to be major characters actually dying in this movie. Yes, and I actually did predict it correctly, guys. I actually did predict correct. Vision actually dies in this movie. How, you may ask? By removing the Mind Stone. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm on about. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm on about. In order to remove the Mind Stone from Vision, there has to be surgically, but it has to be done correctly. One mistake, dead. One mistake, dead. I predicted that correctly because I knew that Iron Man or Captain America wouldn't even die in this movie, because they're too big of characters. You can't actually kill them off yet. There has to be climatic. it has to be like climactic. It has to be in the next Avengers movie. If it isn't in the next Avengers movie, then I don't know what the people at Marvel are actually missing out on. I think that just as soon as like everybody is actually getting resurrected or like brought back, I reckon they should either kill off Captain America or Iron Man, because I think that would make a major impact and it would actually hit right here at the people, like hit here right in heart, because everybody loves them. I love Iron Man and I love Captain America Ram as well. I love those both characters because the like certain as me and my friend, my best friend Charlotte, she was sitting next to me in the cinema and she nearly got upset when Tony Stark nearly died. And I was like, I just heard that and then I was like, are you alright? And well, after the movie, she was like, she said this to me, and I kid you not, I nearly got upset. I said, why? Because Tony Stark nearly got killed off, and I was really, really upset. Now, it just goes to show that there is connection to the characters there. There is so much connection actually going on between those two characters. It's because of the banter war that they actually bring out. Well, the banter that they give in those movies is just phenomenal. It's just out of this world. And that, ladies and gentlemen, you cannot actually say that Marvel is actually doing really bad. They are actually doing phenomenal. They are doing better than DC. I mean, it was after the Dark Knight. Yeah, after the Dark Knight, that is when Marvel started to rise up from the ashes and started bringing out all these fantastic movies. Well, as DC, they plummeted like down after the Dark Knight Rises. So, in conclusion, guys, the winner of this war for now is Marvel compared to DC. I'm sorry to say that, but it's just the way that I see it as well, and the way that I loved it as well. But in all, Marvel Avengers Infinity War gets an immediate 10 out of 10 for me, because this is just a fantastic movie. It's fantastic. It outbeated Captain America Civil War, and it outbeated the first Avengers movie, because there's so much going on in this movie. I just can't even explain it that much. So, this has been my reaction to Marvel Avengers Infinity War, and I'm sorry like if I spoiled the movie for you, to the guys who haven't even seen it, but what are you gonna do? Anyway, hope you've all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, and peace!